unavailable. But for today, I have a few things to tell you. So, as most of us know, our emotions fluctuate. Like, duh. At times we are happy, at other times that happiness just seems to disappear. When our happiness changes and becomes elusive, it is because we have decided to not be happy. Oh, no. You may be thinking, if I had my choice, I'd be happy all the time. Someone else took my happiness away. They absconded with it. They stole it from right underneath me. They took it while I wasn't even paying attention. Or I read something that was very upsetting and you would have gotten upset too. Now, when we hear it put that way, it sounds pretty lame, right? That's because it is lame and holds no water. In other words, there is no truth to our defenses. Elusive happiness is an illusion that has no meaning. That is, happiness is happy. In itself, it never changes. It is constant because it has given up the inconstant. We, however, the decision-making part of us, are inconstant, ever-changing, and therefore inconsistent, and have chosen to opt out of happiness every single time we become unhappy. It's a choice. And when we use the excuse to get upset because of something we heard or read, it is an unconscious choice to choose against happiness, but it is still a choice. Remember, no one can make us feel anything that we haven't already decided we want to feel. But if we wish to change how we feel, the effect, then we have to address the cause. That is, if we no longer wish to feel upset or angry, then we have to change how we feel by addressing the cause. Forgiveness is the name given to the process by which this occurs. Yes, forgiveness once again. Changing our minds by changing our teacher. We need to lock in by changing the cause of the unhappiness. How? Saying no to the ego. This means that when we are upset, it's not because of any of the reasons we think, but because we have made a choice to side with the ego. Now, on face value, this explanation may seem too simplistic to give it much credence, or an incorrect way of looking at why we get upset. Some may think that we get upset because someone said or did something that was upsetting or wrong or grossly exaggerated or defamatory or whatever. But that is not the reason we get upset. We get upset because we sided with the ego and decided long ago to get upset. Siding with the ego is always going to lead us to upset or anger or defeat or depression or angst or stress, on and on. Hey, we still maintain that holding grievances offers everything we want, righteous indignation, as does sickness, suffering, and pain offers us everything we want. We must believe this because we still choose it at times. We remain angry and judgmental at petty things, and we yearn for fulfillment of that one glorious special relationship. This is why we are not at peace. We get what we ask for, and we cannot attribute our unhappiness to anything or anyone else. Now, prayer is a way of asking for things, right? We usually go into prayer because we have a request or we need to tell God something, usually to correct Him. But prayer, correct prayer, and meditation are the mediums of miracles. Yet the only meaningful prayer is a prayer of forgiveness. And interestingly, once forgiveness has been accepted fully, and I mean fully, prayer becomes utterly meaningless, as there is no need to pray once all is forgiven. If I hold something against another, I am also holding it against myself, because whatever it is I am holding, it is me that is holding it, and it is me who is impacted by that which I hold on to, like grievance. And it is because I hold it against myself that I project it outwardly to get rid of it, because I can't stand holding on to it. And in doing so, I can blame someone else as the cause. So changing my mind about another, seeing the face of innocence rather than guilt, results in the same change in me. The way I see another is the way I see myself. And if I see one person one way and another person another way, and so on, then I see myself in all those ways. How can that be? Because it is me who is doing the seeing. Talk about a split personality. Spirit gently, very gently, reminds us that it is our choice to remain in hell or return home. Our choice to hold on to a grievance or to forgive. And to that point, this, the place we call home, Mother Earth, is hellish. Life on planet Earth, as lived by most, is hellish. It's certainly not heaven or heavenly, and we have much forgiveness yet to attend to. We are living the illusion. We are living the dream, and not in a euphoric sense for most. So the choice between holding a grievance and forgiveness should be rather obvious and rather simple. Sadly, holding grievances seems to be the way most live their lives. Yet nothing in boundless love needs forgiveness. And not one of us forgives unless we believe in sin or error in the first place, and believe still that we have much to be forgiven within ourselves. Interestingly, forgiveness becomes the means by which we learn that we have done nothing that needs forgiveness. That's another lesson. So from this moment on, let's be thankful. We can come to gentler pathways and smoother roads by doing this. Let's smile on everyone we see as we do what is appointed for us to do. The process begins with an expression of gratitude and a prayer to reunite with the Creator in full, not as we have been doing, which is partial, in and out, hot and cold, up and down. I'm here, I'm back, I'll be back later. It's a decision, just like happiness is a choice. Now, the holiest of all spots on earth is where an ancient hatred has become a present love. And from that moment, everything we see reflects the holiness within the mind at one with God and with itself. With that one decision, God is our companion as we walk the world a little while. So choosing forgiveness can be and should be our primary function in this world. This one function or tenet should underlie all activity we choose to engage in. As we go through our day, we need not deny appearances of pain in ourselves and others, nor we need deny what is distressing, fear, loneliness, death, whatever it may be. And there are others, but they are all ego perceptions that we have adopted. Remember, projection makes perception. When we look within, we choose either one side or the other. We choose either the ego or spirit as our teacher, guilt or forgiveness as our truth. And from there, an entire world arises before our very eyes, justifying what it is we believe, based on what we think. If guilt is our choice, we see a place of pain, distress, and death. We will have made it real by our very thoughts. And that it is what we will see with our eyes. Effect follows cause. However, if we choose forgiveness, everything we made in our minds, manifested, we believe, as reality, gets undone. Once the cause is removed, the effects are removed as well. all that we see in the world, all that we see on the outside, is only a reflection of that which we have seen within ourselves. Oh, we may not want to hear this, but yes, we made this mess. We did not create it because creation exists only in alignment with the Creator, and the Creator would not create anything that is not perfect, such as this mess on planet Earth. We did, however, make it because making is in alignment with the ego. So we made this mess. And yes, that means we are tied to the ego at the hip. So again, we are not to deny what our eyes see, but we are to look upon our thoughts about what we see and look upon them differently. If we continue to see through the eyes of the ego, we will continue to see that which is going on in the world as everyone else sees it. But if we awaken and see with eyes that are tuned into the concept and idea of forgiveness and love, we will give no power to that which is of the ego. We'll still see it, but we won't see it the same way as someone who's mired in it. And when we stop feeding the ego, it no longer can grow. And without growth, it dies. What is left is that which is but our self, our real self. If we haven't guessed by now, there is no objective data out there to be seen or experienced. It is only the way we see that is important. So choosing is our choice. It is a decision we make. Seeing with eyes of light, truth, and holiness is a choice, and a big choice. It's way better than seeing with eyes of guilt, destruction, panic, and death, and ultimately fear, which leads us in that direction and is the result of that direction. So seeing with eyes of light, truth, and holiness leads to peace and quiet. The other way leads to confusion, chatter, and fear. But remember, the memory of God comes to the quiet mind. Choose, therefore, what brings us closer to home, our real home. Choose what brings peace. Choose what leads to happiness and joy. Anything but this leads away from that which is divine and towards that which is of this world. That's it for today, everyone. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you again in 2 weeks.